1, 2, 3, O'Leary, 4, 5, 6, O'Leary, 7, 9, O'Leary.
The amount of games we played were numerous.
The most popular one we used to play was called glaciales, we used to call it. It used to be marbles, where we'd have these little coloured glass little marbles, as we say.
You buy so many and you get a packet. There'd be a penny, I suppose. And then we'd all have so many.
And you put one against the wall and the opposition will get another one and try and hit that. And if he hits that, he wins that, so that becomes his. And you go on and on until you break him and you have all the glaciales in the end.
Right, boys and girls, this is a game we played many, many years ago. It's called Street Marbles, but in our day it was called glaciales. And the name of the game is just, we put a glaciale against the wall and you will throw one glaciale, and if you hit that glaciale, you win one off of me. And vice versa, if I hit it, I'll win off you, and the game is, I'll try and win all your glaciales, or you win off mine, you win all mine. And I go home with none, or I'll go home with all yours. And you go home crying if I win all yours. And you have to come back tomorrow with more glaciales to play me again to try and win them back again. So, and there's another little game then, it's called eye drops. So you put a marble, a glaciale on the floor, and you put the glaciale up to your eye, and you drop this one onto it, and if you hit it, you pick that up glaciale, and I'll have to put down another one, and so on. We'll give it a go. Excellent.
Great game that time was Conkers, chesses.
And then there was chesses, we used to play chesses as well, some time of the year when we did winter time.
You picked the chestnuts, you brought them home in advance of Conkers starting, about a few weeks before it, and you learned how to pick out what you thought was a good one, and you put her up the chimney, and you dry them out, and then you got a little nail and you put a hole through it and a bit of a cord about maybe 12 inches long, and then you challenged the nearest guy in the street or wherever.
A string with a little chessie at the bottom of it, and you got one shot, and then he got a shot.
And he had a lash off of that with his one, and if he broke your one, well, he was after moving up a notch. I thought it was a great game actually, because if you got a really good conquer, you could be champion over maybe 20 other fellas, right? But you want to pick the really good one and maybe put a bit of lead or something in it.
All in together, the girls, never mind the weather girls. I saw a lark shining in the rock, echo, echo, G-O, go, which meant you hopped out and the next person came along in.
1, 2, 3, O'Leary, 4, 5, 6, O'Leary, 7, 9, O'Leary.
There's a boy over there and he's winking his eye. He's telling me he loved me and he's telling a lie. His hair don't curl and his shoes won't shine. He ain't got money and he won't be mine. Who's that coming down the street? Mary Murphy, isn't she sweet? She's been married twice before. There's a boy over there and he's winking his eye. Sing up! He's telling me he loves me and he's telling a lie. His hair don't curl and his shoes don't shine. He ain't got the money and he won't be mine. Who's that coming down the street? No old Dempsey, come on in, no, he's sweet. 3:15 is much too late. I'll marry you in the morning at 8:15.
Beep, beep, bumper car number 48 as I run around the corner.
There you go, yeah.
Come on, up around.
Here, stop the traffic light. No. Please let
One of my favourite games, it was called Statues. Okay? Now, it was very important that you knew how to make faces and that you'd have a leader then who would go out in front and he'd say 1, 2, 3, the books are read, or she is maybe, and you can say it like 1, 2, 3, the books are read, and you turn around suddenly, now you've all your friends behind you, and they're all, the minute you turn around, they must all stop, and they have to all be statues, which was the game, and you'd have to make faces and be in any position you want to be, but that if you were caught moving, then you were out of the game. So this went on. Now the person that was the leader would say 1, 2, 3, the books are read, which was very fast. So you must be prepared to stop at any time. So that was great fun.
Well, we had such a thing as 2 balls, 2 small balls, and you play them up against the wall, both hands. There was no achievement as such in that. Now you just play and you pass them on to your next person who would be playing up against the wall.
That was the top, that was the whip. And you went from one end of the road to the other, up and back, you know, provided you kept it spinning. You had to keep it spinning the whole time.
That's the first time I see a top there in 50 years. So.
And how did it feel?
It brings back a lot of memories, happy memories, like, because that's what you did. And you were lucky to have a top, like, if you had a top. A lot of kids didn't have them. You know, you might have, 1 or 2 might have them, but you'd all be around in a circle like we were out there now, seeing how it works, and they might give you a chance like we did there. Because everybody didn't have a top, you know.
Okay, I'm going to just demonstrate now and show you just what we did after school with the whip and top. Now if you just look. Go back now, come back now, come back now, come back. Very good. Okay, who else want to go? Good man. That's it, good man. Das bin ich. Ich mich mal bitte, das ist a bit better. Oh yeah, good man. Line yourself up. No, you have to go one way. Go the other way. One way. The right way. Go. 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 Go.
jumping, you know.
Give it a lash, Raj.
Give it a lash.
That's it, Raj. On the kids, you know.
Who wants to go? Yeah. Quick.
Keep it going, keep it going.
Keep it going. They're all right.
Everybody would sit around in a circle, okay? And we'd all have these 5 gobs. They were white little stones that you put in the palm of your hand, okay? And then we'd taken our turns to go around and we'd throw the stones up into the air and you had to catch them at the back of your hand. Now, if you caught only one, you would only have to put one aside, so that was bad, really. So then you'd start again and you'd it would go then to the next girl and to go right around the whole way. And then whoever caught the most, the 5, which was almost impossible, they would be an outright winner, you know. So most you'd catch 2 or 3 and it was great fun. Everybody would, hoping that they would get the 5.
My brothers used to have the hoops. There was a wheel of a bicycle and then a small little stick, and there'd be you could roll the hoop up and down the road, and they used to love that, the hoop. Then I remember my brother, then he'd be called in for his dinner, he let the hoop outside the door, and he said, "Would you ever mind the hoop?" And when he came out, somebody would be able to run away with his hoop.
This particular chap had a wheel at the time. So he started wheeling the wheel out towards Blarney. So when he got to Blarney, he was very thirsty. He decided to go into the castle for a drink of water. So when he came back out, his hoop was gone. Oh, feck, I'll have to walk at home.
So do you want to have a go? Look at her now. Use your other hand. There you go. Take it down that way. That's it, perfect. Perfect.
And of course then we also used to play the electric poles. Midway up there was a big hook on the poles, and we'd get our rope and we'd fling it up and we'd get it around the hook, put a knot in it, and we'd swing around and back again on that pole, and it was marvellous. It was wonderful.
And there were girls down the road from us, and there were 4 sisters, you see. So they had the rope, and they nearly owned the rope. And they were on the rope all day, and you'd hardly ever get a swing. They could go round and round all day, and you'd be saying, and she said, "No, she's going in for her dinner. You can't get it. The other one is getting it." So you barely get a swing.
Throw in the box first to number 1, and then you hop and carry the box with you to number 2. You cross the 3, cross the 4, hop to 4, hop to 5, hop to 6. And then if you got it all right, you go up to the top, you won. So you come back down and you start at 2. And then if you got it right again, you start at 3. And if you didn't, you'd have to go back and wait your turn and start again until the other 4 or 5 would be done. And now, it has to stay there if it goes there, but if it goes on the line, you're out. It's not on the line, so it's on the line now, I'm out. So the next player has to go in, throw it to 1 and take it up. But if you get to the top and bring it back down, you start the next one at 2. You keep going until it gets on the line. And if the minute it gets on the line, you're out. Okay, do someone of you want to try it? There, stand in the box. Hop. Okay, try and keep hopping, different to me, I'm older than you. And yeah, hop around to 2. No, not that leg.
Okay,
back again now. You have to do it with the hop leg, because you have to keep hopping. 1 leg. All right? Try and stay hopping now. Right? You're out. Now. Right. Hop on to the number 2 now. Now. Take it easy, yeah. 1. Into 4. Hop it easy now. Take it easy. Take your time. Easy. Hop. 1. Go up to 6 and bring it back. Bring it back to 5. Yeah, go on, bring it back to 5. Yeah. And down, up around and back to 4. Yeah, go on. Look, we take 2 or 3 turns, go on. And out to 1. And out to the box. Go on. Okay. Should go in there, really. Yeah, 3. Very good, very good, very good. Back to 2 now. Yeah? I'd like to see how you play yours now.
So you throw the stone onto number 1, and then avoiding number 1, you'd hop on 1 leg and 2 legs all the way up to the top, back again, and pick up your stone. And throw it onto number 2, like this. And then throw it onto number 2.
Up to 5 now. Come on, keep hopping. Oh, yeah. 5. Just remember how many steps, 6, and back out. Now you're 3 now. We're at the third one. Go back to 3 now. Go back to 3. Yeah, listen, back to 3 now, maybe.
Somebody kill it, we kill it.
To 16, and then out. Go on, take your time. Easy. And hit it out there then. I said hit it out, he said follow too long.
Hop, step and jump.
No, it's 5 now.
Some of the other games were basically after school we would play kind of a game of release. We'd all congregate together and pick kind of, say, 2 teams, one versus the other. And the idea is one team would set off and the other team then would go after them and catch them, and you'd make a box. And if you catch one, you would put them into the box. And then one of the oppositions would have to come along then and run into the box and touch him and free him, and he'd be released again. It's like getting him out of jail.
Release!
All the games then we play would be nearest to the wall. Cocks, as they're called today, we used to call them corkies. They were tops of beer bottles, stout bottles and lemonade bottles.